Myself, Dr. Ashraf Kesarani. I have done by MBBS from Baroda Medical College in Gujarat, and right now I'm undergoing my internship, which will be completing soon. I've given the NEET PG 2019, which was my first trial of NEET in just this month only. Obviously got All India rank 1. Unable to express in words. Initially, I couldn't believe that I got the first rank. I had to, because it didn't contain my name, I had to check it again, my roll number again and again 3-4 times, and then I was like, yes, I got the first rank. Obviously, this is not just a 1 day or 1 month or 3 month like preparation. It's like the effect of whole my 4.5 year MBBS and like last 6-8 month preparation during internship that has basically given me this first rank. Yes, I didn't thought of getting first rank always, but yes, I always dreamt about it. Since my second year, I had a dream of getting a very good rank, especially single digit rank, which I used to say my friends. And finally I got the first rank, much more than happy. My parents are even more happy. I would first want to like to thank my Allah for that, it has been possible just because of that. And obviously work of everybody, my parents, my relatives, my uncles, and everybody who has basically inspired me and motivated me for getting this, whatever I've achieved till now. When I came in, actually I came in first year. I didn't have any idea about NEET PG, that it's some exam like that. At the time, actually, it was not compulsory at all. In second year when I came, yes, there was a, it was me, gradually they were making it compulsory to get admission. So I gave a thought at that time only that I should prepare since my second, I should start preparation in my second year only. Because I think it's nothing different that we have to read. It's just the approach, it's just the method that we read differently. I would say the 4.5 year preparation, actually that has given me this good rank. That's why I'm saying that. So during my 4.5 years, during each year, especially from the second year, I started getting the good review books. I saw 2 to 3 books from each subject and then decided one, and then actually I read that very thoroughly. Apart from textbook, I read that very thoroughly so that I am able to make my basics and concepts very well. In each year, I planned of that year only. I didn't think of past and first year or of the future. During second year, I was reading the 4 subjects that we are supposed to read. And I would like to tell about my whole preparation in short. How did I basically go through my last 5 years? Basically, it was like 4.5 years. I read the review books and textbooks, good books, and basically made my concepts and base very clear. And after that, during internship, as we all know, we don't have time to go through review books as they're having much content, though they are good, but you don't have time for it. So I decided to just read the notes that I was having it from before only, and apart from that, some question banks and test series. So for question bank and test series, I decided to go for Marrow. I did the Plan B subscription during my May, in the month of May, during my internship only. And I came to know about Marrow basically from the daily rounds that I used since my second or third year, from the initial only. And then went for the Plan B. The good thing about Marrow platform is it's online. So you can actually use it anywhere that you want. Anybody who is doing internship at that time, you get time in between that you can do something. So at that time only, you can actually solve the question bank. No, I won't say you should give tests at that time, but obviously solve the question bank. About question bank, I would say that the good thing about Marrow is it's very structured, and the topics that they give are very, very good. They are very high yielding. Suppose I want to read a topic from book, then actually I prefer to go through it via Marrow because it's in the form of the question answers, and I get a very, very good explanation which almost contains everything that is needed for NEET. So basically, I always say and I always think that just solving the question and marking the answer is not done. Like you have to read the with respect to Marrow, I would say Marrow question bank, you have to read the explanations, I would say at least twice during your first go. If you think it's very, very important, if it's a small content, a small explanation, then actually you can note it down in your notes only. Or second thing, if it's too large, then actually you can go for the bookmark, that the option is provided. So the thing is, if you do not bookmark each and everything, so if you bookmark each and everything, many things which I used to do, that was very bad habit, which you should not do. So then it would be easy for, if you make it as much less as possible, it would be like good for revision. Otherwise, you have to do everything again. And the content, I would say questions, agree. They were about 10, 15, I mean, basically based on a topic, they used to set the number of questions. Like if it's a small topic, the number of questions would be less. If it's a large topic, it would be more number of questions. And like talking about the quality of the explanation, I would say I was always going through the explanation of Marrow if I am having any controversy, because the thing is the content that they are providing and the work that they do is just amazing. And no doubt nothing is free of mistakes. Like once or twice, if I find mistake, they refer and they immediately change if it's like if it's the mistake or if it's a small sum mistake there. That's a very good thing. They're editing in just 24 hours. I would say I solved about 70 to 80% of the question bank. Was not able to complete 100%, but it's okay. I was able to solve at least 80% of that. So question bank, they provide us with one option that you can actually you can delete all your question banks of last 4 months. I mean, you can actually solve it again. So I would say if you have time, when I say time, at least you have 8 to 10 months of time, I would say that you go through the whole question bank twice. This is my advice. I'm not telling that it should be done by everyone. This I personally feel. I was not having that time because I subscribed it later. Obviously, controversies are always there and they are going to be there forever. But like first thing I would say about controversial questions, I would say not to go too much deep about it, not to think too much about it, of the controversial questions. I know there are two thoughts over it. Some would say if this question only comes in my exam, then what will happen? And second is, what I think usually is midway. I should try to search about it. If I'm getting it in short time, I'm able to get the clear idea about the controversy that is there in the question. And if I'm not able to get, I just leave it. Marrow handles these controversies very well in most of the questions. After reading the whole question bank, content and all, I feel that the explanation that they provide for controversy, most of the times it is very perfectly right, at least for the NEET PG exams. Marrow obviously has one very good option of Pulse, which is basically free for everybody. Anybody can go through it in your any free time. I would say any free time, while traveling or like you are getting some 10 minutes, 5 minutes time during internship or during any time, you can go through it. And talking about the test series, basically aim of the test series basically contains two parts. It is subject-wide test and the grand test. I would say to everybody that any test series that you join, just give the test series, give the test from I would say from initial part only. Don't just wait for the subject to complete or all subjects to complete and then give the test. Basically, this is true more for the grand test. So I started giving my grand test during my I would say March only, when the grand test 1 was live. Don't miss out even a single test, because giving test gives you basically, these tests are not the rank deciding, I would say. So it just gives you the highlight about your preparations till that time. So if you have done well, you just, even though it would not be possible that you have got 100%, just focus on your mistakes, because doing mistakes in the real exam is actually not a good thing. Doing mistake at that time, it's okay. You just have to like rectify it and correct it and get the concepts right. I would say I mean, you can give as many tests as you can, but it's okay if you give grand test in every 2 to 4 weeks. That's a very good strategy. If you give one grand test, So basically about 10 to 12 total grand tests would be there during a 6 or 8 month preparation. So that is a very good strategy, good idea. And basically I was a plan B user. As I said earlier, if I had been through this during my second or third year or even initial or final year, I would have gone for plan C, no doubt about it. Because based on this, I am telling based on the few demo videos that were available for free. Most of the subjects and most of the faculties are just amazing. I saw the video, first video, that is of the Dr. Sakshi Arora ma'am. It was just amazing. I was just extremely happy. I hope I would have been able to go for plan C and watch all the OG videos, but though I watched few videos, and whatever I watched, it was just amazing. And I can't describe it in words. Ma'am just made it very simple to understand each and everything. I would say 3-4 videos of Dr. Abbas Ali sir, and I feel the way he teaches people is just amazing. Main thing that I would always say, that whatever you have read, it's important to revise it in the last 1 week. I would say 1 week, not even 1 month. It's important, and you can go through, you can actually do it if you have very concise, good notes. Good thing was I had given so many tests, with grand tests, this computer-based test and all those. So like I was not having that fear. You should not have that fear of appearing in the NEET and not able to perform well at that time, because though whatever you have prepared, it's like that 3.5 hours which are going to decide your rank and decide your future. So panicking during that time is of actually no use, no value of it. It is of no use basically. So just like if you have given grand test and mock test before, then you should actually feel confident about whatever you have read. It's okay now. On just before 1 day before exam, it happens with everybody. Everybody thinks that I have forgotten thing, I have forgotten this thing. It happens with everybody. It happens with me also. But at the time, it's okay. Don't give any thought on that. Just be as much relaxed as possible on the day of the exam. Give the exam in a very cool way. Since my childhood only, I'm from a childhood part-time only. I'm from family which is having very good religious and spiritual background. Basically, it's a part of me, and it's like it's a long-term thing. It's not a short-term thing. So basically, what we usually go through is like we are doing MBBS. We are giving some exams of MBBS or whatever exam, per se 10th, 12th, or whatever exam you are giving. So what happens is sometimes you miss out on those things. You forget. You just think about that short-term thing of giving the exams, and you forget what you are and what you are supposed to do. Just remembering this is just the exam, this will also pass. So rather I would say giving it in that sense, giving it with a cool mind would actually give you a better result. I would like to say definitely one thing I always want to share with everybody. Yes, MBBS is a bit, you have to work hard. Just never think that this is difficult for you, because I never thought of that. I had never been in a phase that MBBS is difficult for me or any subject is difficult for me. If you just love your subject, then actually you can go for it. It would be easy for you. It's an individual thing. If you make it difficult for yourself, it will remain difficult. And if you may think that it is easy for you, it will become easy for you.